Hello YouTube. This is quite a special video for me because, I'll put a little disclaimer first. This video is gonna be a demanded review of a product. It's the first time I ever do something like this. And as you might have noticed, I'm not a big fan of advertising at all. I don't have any advertising activated on my channel, and I don't make any money off ads being displayed on my channel or the videos or stuff like that, and I'm not gonna activate anything like that in the near future. And yeah, this was basically, the story goes like this. I was contacted by a very friendly representative of the company that makes the product you're about to see, and they asked me to make a review, which is quite normal if you get a certain audience on YouTube. And yeah, I sent them back a friendly reply and demanded that I could make basically that I could state that the product was crap or anything I like, that I could take it apart, show the innards, and make an honest review of it. That was my the most important thing I demanded from them, and they were okay with it. So yeah, I thought, why not? And yeah, I don't know if you have any thoughts about this, just write it in the comments. And I'm really not sure if I like this kind of thing, but it was a product that might come in handy for me, and I don't have an awful lot of money, and it's worth about 15 euros or so it's not that, yeah. And I'm basically gonna take it apart and look inside and make a nice little review here. So enough talk, let's show the product. So here we are. This is the ICZI USB 2.0 and VGA male to HDMI female 1080p, which is full HD, I suspect, model ICZI/A20. What it's supposed to do is to take your VGA output and convert it to an HDMI output and take the USB to power it. So let's take a look inside. This feels a bit like, yeah, it's basically, it is a present for me. So all the free advertising they get is to get their name in this video. Yeah. Let's see. A nice little box with a, yeah, this feels quite cheap, but that's what it is. So let's take it out there. Oh, it's really stuck in there a bit. So here we are. This is the adapter. Looks quite reasonable, and the plastic doesn't feel all too cheap, I guess. So the connectors, yeah, this is, the quality is the, I guess it's quite the standard quality you get from cables that are shipped with monitors and stuff like that. Nothing fancy, but it'll do the job. So I basically got out my little MacBook here, which is not the most recent model. It's a 2009 one, I think, and it already gets a bit slow. Doesn't run the latest OS X and stuff like that. So I'm probably switching to Linux on this or something like that. I'm not quite sure yet. And all it has is this display port. If you thought the start of the adapter dongles for Apple products was with the new flat MacBook that just came out last year, I think, yeah, you're mistaken, because they already have these for quite some time now, which are DisplayPort to VGA, and you also get these with HDMI output and stuff like that. And yeah, so these dongles are nothing new to Apple users, I guess, and I guess there are other notebooks that also need some kind of adapter for something, maybe. So let's put this in here. And yeah, this one, this is the VGA part, so this should fit in here. Then I put this in one of the USB ports here. So here's what this all looks like now. And as it so happens, I have this cheap HDMI cable hanging out of my monitor that is standing here out of the frame now. So I insert it here, fits nicely. Yeah, all the connectors fit nicely, which is basically, it's a plus, I guess. It all fits in the kind of connector it's supposed to fit in. So I have turned this on. This is supposed to be a full HD picture on the big screen now that is converted to VGA from my adapter there, and then from the new adapter to HDMI. So let's see how the picture looks in close-up. Alright, so here's the picture, and yeah, there's basically nothing wrong with it that I can see. It's not flickering. Yeah, it's all clearly to be seen. No obvious lag or something like that. And the fine grid here, you probably can't see that through the camera, is, yeah, it's displayed correctly, I guess. So let's see how this performs with some really high quality video that I just happen to have on my hard drive here. Yeah, I mean, this is 30 frames per second video. That's what I'm shooting this at because my hardware won't do any better. Yeah, but this looks nice. There's no lag, and this basically works quite well, I guess. Let's see what it does if I switch it to another screen mode. Basically, if I tick this, the screens get synchronized, the two screens. And we should have a picture here, yeah, that has the resolution of the MacBook's display, so it's not the native resolution. It just scales it down, so it's the correct aspect ratio, and it's not the monitor, my monitor here, that scales it down. It's definitely the little device I have connected there. So that's good, looks just fine. It definitely it has a black border here, so definitely maintains the right aspect ratio there, which is quite nice. Cool, so this works well. Don't know what else to expect from something like this. So let's take it apart and look what's inside. So here's the part that's probably the most interesting for most of my viewers here. Let's see what's inside. Go stick my knife in here. Seems really, no, it's not glued or anything. I just can pry it apart. Yeah, it's just clipped in there. Oh, and there's a lot of shielding going on. Let's see if we can get this whole thing out here. Oh, I think it's glued in there. Wow, yes, it's glued in there. Let's take something that's not ripping my hand apart if I slip. So yeah, it's just hot glued in there. Look at this. There's 2 generous blobs of hot glue. And this foil here to shield it from RF stuff, I guess. And in there, some papery, and it's quite warm still. Let's take this all apart, I guess. Let's cut it open and see. So I hope I don't damage anything there. Take that off. This is quite hacked together, it seems. Let's see. There's there's the heart of the operation. There's another nasty blob of hot glue. Oh, and I already broke off. No, I guess it's the ground connection for the shield here. Yeah, I think so. So here's our little board. Quite neatly soldered here. Nothing special, but yeah, it's nicely done, I guess. Don't see any obvious faults or stuff like that. This looks to be a Lontium LT8618. Yeah, something. And what's that? That looks to be the main processor. It's a CAT chip. CAT 9883CCQ, which is a video ADC, analog to digital converter, that it inputs an analog signal and converts it to HDMI. Yeah, or DisplayPort or stuff like that. It's a very neat little chip. So I can't really find anything on this one, but it's probably another device for image processing. This seems to be, yeah, I don't really know, another device for video processing, I guess. There's a 12 megahertz crystal oscillator there. And this one here is an ST78484. So yeah, I don't find any data on the chips on the back side here. But maybe you have more luck and write it in the comments. This here is an video processor, quite a versatile one. So yeah, that's basically, this one's doing all the magic in there. Yeah, the soldering job on this connector side here looks really messy. Even though, look at this. Wow. I mean, it doesn't help that it's covered in hot snot, but the soldering underneath looks quite hacked in there. And look at this, the red wire here. It's really as if someone accidentally melted stuff there. Wow, not that great. The circuit board, though, looks fairly good. So I don't know if there's a factory where people solder this connector on by hand. I guess so, maybe, from the looks of it. Wow. Yeah. So it still works. And just feeling the temperature here. And the chip, the main ADC, it gets quite hot. I think I can barely touch it if I hold my thumb on there for some time. So yeah, I don't think this is gonna last long if this gets hot like this. Oh yeah, this gets really hot really fast if I keep my finger on there. So yeah, that's my first demanded review here. Do I like this? No, I don't really like this. It's too hacked together. Chip gets way too hot for my taste, so it probably won't last long. It works okay, but I won't guarantee that it works for any longer than a few hours of use, I guess. I don't know how much heat these ICs can take, but usually they don't last very long. So yeah, I guess that's it. That was my first demanded review of a product. Don't really know what to think of this, so feel free to write in the comments or give it a thumbs down if you don't like me doing these. I thought it was quite a neat idea because I got this for free and you could see it. I did an honest review. I looked on the inside, even though there was not much to see there that I could find out. Yeah. Thanks for watching anyway. I'm Jan Beta, and I hope to see you again on this channel soon. Bye!